The killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson at the hands of Luigi Mangione has gripped the nation. A kid who had all the ingredients for success, moneyed family, Ivy League degree, lots of connections, a winning personality by most accounts, all of it thrown away in a single heinous act. A public assassination of a seemingly random CEO. Why?
Down.
Oh my God! That's completely out of touch, and it's an insult to the intelligence of the American people and the lived experience.
In what appears to be Mangione's manifesto, published by independent journalist Ken Klipstein, Mangione lays out his reasoning. Many outlets have avoided publishing more than a sentence or two, but here's most of it. It begins with a somewhat typical open for such manifestos. Here he actually seems to show deference to the feds, but then goes on to explain his motive. Quote, "Frankly, these parasites simply had it coming. A reminder, the U.S. has the #1 most expensive healthcare system in the world, yet we rank roughly 42 in life expectancy. United is the largest company in the U.S. by market cap, behind only Apple, Google, and Walmart. It has grown and grown, but as our life expectancy, no. The reality is these have simply gotten too powerful, and they continue to abuse our country for immense profit because the American public has allowed them to get away with it." He goes on to say that the problem is more complex. He's not going to dive into all the details, but he's not going to be someone who goes into too much more detail. He simply goes on to say that this is a power game, and that is what all of this is. He says, in closing, evidently, I am the first to face it with such brutal honesty. Mangione was the valedictorian of an elite prep school in Baltimore. He was a graduate of UPenn. He used his engineering prowess to 3D print the gun he would ultimately use to commit the assassination. So here's the story as best as I can tell. Mangione was not always like this, according to those who knew him. But everything changed after he suffered a debilitating back injury. This led him to obsess about the healthcare industry. So far, this is the story I find most believable. It's become popular on other portions of social media to assume that everyone mysteriously violent is the product of MKUltra or CIA grooming. Of course, I don't know the answers, but this kid doesn't fit the profile of an MKUltra victim. Ultra victims are sacrificial lambs, usually. Sacrificial lambs who don't have friends, don't have functional family or connections. They don't have connections in society. If anything, they would have recruited Mangione as an agent, not as an assassin sacrifice. But the questions around this story illustrate a finer point. Luigi Mangione is a Rorschach test. Everyone sees what they want to see. For the militant left, Mangione has become a Robin Hood folk hero, standing against a corrupt healthcare system, a real-life joker who wanted to shoot a powerful hypocrite on camera. These fanatics have offered to pay for his legal bills.
People are doing that.
The people are reaching out to you and offering to help pay for his legal bills.
That's correct.
He even has sympathetic lefties swooning.
So this is who police believe was responsible for the United Healthcare CEO, Pew Pew. His name's Luigi. All I can say is, Mamma Mia.
And others cheering his deeds on using strange adjectives.
I do believe in the sanctity of life, and I think that's why I felt, along with so many other Americans, joy, unfortunately, because it feels like...
Serious?
I mean...
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.